Slamatpaggy, Mio here.
And Judo here to tell you that today we have out theft,
Lewd stickers,
non-canon shipping,
and flat-out murder as we investigate the absolute worst Sprunki content creators on YouTube.
What? You don't know what Sprunki is?
Well, neither did we. But now we do, and you will too.
Incredibox Sprunki is an indie horror music game that is a spin-off / remake / horror mod of the game Incredibox, which is a rhythm music game. Sprunki is also often categorized as a mascot horror game.
The creator, Nyankobflol, who's only 15 by the way, created Sprunki using the free-to-use visual programming language Scratch.
Upon release, it was incredibly popular with the kiddos and took off to an unprecedented amount. So much so that the tiny tots actually thought Incredibox, the game that has been around for over a decade, was a Sprunki ripoff. Markiplier even played the game, which is crazy.
The game starts off as a normal music game with colorful characters that all make different sounds, just like Incredibox. But it takes a dark turn when you drag the black Sprunki into the mix.
While the creator specified certain story elements, there wasn't a whole ton of lore, so the fanbase was forced to make it up themselves. They made up things like ships between characters, entire new characters, and storylines. And all this lore added fuel to the fire, and the content farms could smell the smoke.
A popular kids IP with no set lore, so we can do whatever we want? Excellent!
Needless to say, they started spamming YouTube with utter garbage.
All this led to a rather irrational hatred of the game Sprunki, which was just an innocent little project that got way too popular. The creator was working on Incredibox 2, but was thinking of canceling the sequel because of Sprunki overshadowing the OG Incredibox and all that brainwash that it spawned.
Unfortunately, before he could, an infamous troll hacked a bunch of his accounts, tried to get him banned, doxed him, and sent him threats. Even more unfortunately, many degenerates celebrated this attack.
Nyako ended up canceling the game after that complete mess. We've kept it pretty short, but below we've linked some videos that explain the situation in more detail.
Nowadays, Nyankobflol seems to be fine and has left Sprunki behind to work on another fresh project. You should go check out if you like Incredibox. But the creative space surrounding Sprunki has only gotten worse. Certain content farms even use events to market their new videos.
These parasitic channels saw the opportunity to seize the IP by the ears for their own nefarious purposes, making perverted animation,
Horrendous songs,
suspicious comic dubs,
fake games,
and more.
So without further diddly-daddly, let us expose the worst Sprunki content on YouTube, starting with...
As we all know, content farms make some really bizarre animated videos. Take Skytoons. This channel makes random animated shorts that they shuffle into various compilations and live streams. Though, to their credit, Skytoons thumbnails are actually kind of tame for a content farm. Kinda.
They make animations that have plots such as one where the pink Sprunki is dating the doughy dough man from Poppy Playtime.
But why?
Hey, don't tease me.
What did he say?
The love life is interrupted as the green Sprunki shows up and says she is pregnant with Doughy's child. Pinky is distraught. And Doughy is roped in for child support, and later Pinky drowns her sorrow in expired booze.
She is poisoned and calls Doughy instead of 911, and he leaves his baby mama and saves Pinky's life.
Later in the hospital, Greenie punches Doughy because he dares save another woman, but Doughy believes in gender equality, and his hands are rated E for everyone. It's revealed that she faked the whole thing, and the end.
Very bizarre and very typical of a lot of Sprunki content. No lore, no story, just a very weird plot, if you could even call it that.
Then there's Hornstomp. Hornstomp, our stupid little friend. He makes some rather weird animations and didn't have some comically convoluted plots with some rather excessive cartoon violence.
Do you think he's dead?
But hey, at least they don't do that whole sus thumbnail thing. That said, in an odd twist, the first random Sprunki short we looked at was rather gay!
But wait, before you hit us with the cancellation cannon, these Sprunkis are literally gay, we think.
In this short titled
Clanker and Garnel, the Kiss Edition, Incredibox Sprunki Animation,
Hornstomp uses a cel-shaded 3D look, which looks fine when done well. And unfortunately, Hornstomp never does it well.
The two Sprunkis named Clanker and Garnel, two canonically male Sprunkis, Sprunkies are in love and want to be left alone, but all the other Sprunkies feel the need to take pictures and film them.
Wow, I'm gonna tell it to everybody!
No, it's not what you think.
Don't do it, man! We'll have a lot of fun with you guys!
What do you mean by that?
The short keeps referring to them as the happy couple, which I can only assume is a weird translation of the English term gay.
Everyone, the happy couple is here!
Right, and the others don't want you to be happy.
Look at the happy couple!
You keep using the word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
Oren also says that they are boyfriend and girlfriend, even though based on the voice acting, I think in this short they're still both males.
God is sick of all the bullying and harassment. Even the sun is in on it.
Oh my!
The conclusion of the short is the annoying Sprunkies awaken the black Sprunky, who is very peeved and shoots them with his evil beams and burns them to a crisp, leaving the two Sprunkies to kiss in peace. Which is quite odd, and even odder they have multiple shorts with the same gay plot line, one of them involving Funbot as a jealous love rival.
Wait a second! According to the Sprunki Wiki, according to the Sprunki... hold on a second! According to the Sprunki Wiki, that's incest!
Moving right along to what is perhaps the worst example, Toon Burger, a channel that somehow has over 1 million subscribers. And believe me you, when they create violent brain rot, they do not hold back. In their shorts compilation,
Baby Maruna, revenge on Baby Worm, incredible Sprunky animation, but cute! Daily life animation.
Babies! They're babies!
the Sprunkies are babies for some reason, and Maruna, who is a non-canon fan character, is upset as the two other baby Sprunkies plan to smash her playhouse but end up crushing her.
No, don't touch my house! Get it?
What the is even that?
She starts throwing hands, so an adult in charge, Pinky, punishes her by dropping her down a chute that leads to a toxic waste barrel. But why?
Now I will take revenge on them!
Maruna then gets her, in my opinion well-deserved, revenge on Pinky and ends up bisecting her with a knife. Dagnam! I know Sprunky has some gore, but this seems pretty extreme for a kid's animation.
Maruna then moves on to murder the one called Worm by stabbing him with a knife. Baby Fun Computer runs to get help and somehow revives Pinky with some kind of magic robo power, turning her into a robot too.
I'm ready to use!
What do you mean?
She then sucks Maruna and Worm into herself, and that's the end.
Other than how brain rot they are, it's quite notable how violent these shorts can be, including this short from another collection in which Wenda is big jealous over Gray, but Veneria, the plant Sprunky, stabs her with some spike vines, first to the head, then to the torso, then through the eyes!
Can it get any worse?
Of course it can, Keto. It gets perverted as well. Presenting this Toon Burger video called
Incredible Sprunky, Pinky is flirting with Gray! Oren is mad! Sprunky animation!
And spoiler alert, by the way, the title is a lie. Nothing like that happens in the video, but I do concede that it is a Sprunky animation.
The first short in this one is about Funbot taking compromising pictures of Gray. The first one is just Gray's girlfriend, presumably, Wenda, playing with a ball of yarn.
I didn't mean to.
It's okay, Wenda. I kinda like it though.
But the next one happens when he tries to steal a gift for Wenda, and the next one when he tries to pick up some flowers for Wenda, but screws it up with Veneria.
In the end, the girls all have massive anger towards Gray, and Funbot throws Gray into the proverbial bus. But then, counteractively, Funbot then lassos the girls to save Gray.
Well, you girls are tied up and I'll punish you pretty soon. Thanks for the help, bro!
Bruh. They also sometimes turn Mr. Fun Computer into Mrs. Fun Computer with jiggle physics.
Also, Toon Burger's thumbnails are not very family-friendly, either very violent or very, but they also remind me of something. They're quite similar to
Slime Cat, or the second channel, Gummy Dora, who apparently also has another channel called Jelly Belly.
We've covered their content in another video all on its own, which you should check out after this video if you haven't seen it. But they tend to reuse certain templates for their thumbnails and their content, and Toon Burger seems to be copying it.
There are even plot lines that seem very similar.
Stop! I won't let you do it! Good night. What is this stain? Seems like I have a few time left.
So that was a lie.
Can I get some more sleep? What?
Very similar. One must wonder if all these channels are somehow connected. Wait a minute! While we were making the video, SkyToon started making thumbnails that look a lot like Slime Cat! What's going on?
As far as Toonburger versus Slimecat, it's hard to say who is worse. But I would say Slimecat may just edge out the competition. But there could be some more dirt on Toonburger that we haven't found yet, so let us know if you think we should do a deep dive into that channel in another video.
But that's all we have for just regular old animations.
What?
You might say.
What are you going to talk about for the rest of the video then? What could be worse than this?
Nice.
What the f? Other than strange animations, there's a bizarrely niche yet overwhelmingly popular genre of content farms that for some reason focuses on arts and crafts, specifically sticker books. If you thought that surely something like stickers is fairly family friendly, then who doggy are you wrong?
Some craft channels focus on the live action side, like Troom Troom.
Too bad I can't give you a low score. Don't do this. It's too late.
I feel sorry for you. Wait, no way. It's Sprunki.
That's enough internet for me today.
Others make whatever this is. And then there's arguably the most egregious ones, the sticker book channels.
I don't know the exact origins of sticker book channels, but some channels seem to just be content farms using popular IPs with children and perverting them beyond comprehension. Like this video that's over 1 hour long called
Incredibox Sprunki Sinner Edition, but a girl sticker book. Hashtag Incredibox Sprunki, hashtag DIY, hashtag sticker book.
The thumbnail?
Terrible.
The actual video itself?
Even worse.
I suppose the goal is for the videos to provide visual ASMR, hence why all these videos include them tapping on the stickers, which, not gonna lie, bothers me.
As for the stickers themselves, my word, every time I think it can't get worse, it does. It has everything from Sprunkies being tied up to having their undergarments stolen.
Oh my, how scandalous.
What even am I watching? One funny thing about this video in particular is that there's some Sprunki music in the background, but for whatever reason, it'll just cut off.
Snapping you back to the cold reality that you have to look at videos like this just to talk about and hopefully expose them for being degenerates, all while knowing that YouTube probably won't do a thing about it, and that this whole YouTuber thing likely won't work out, and you'll have to find a better summer job just to pay rent. Or at least that's what happened to me.
What is she doing?
These videos range in quality depending on what channel you go to. Some will have happy music in the background and some fun and quirky transitions, and maybe some sound effects if you're lucky. Then there are channels that barely even try.
The mouth is upside down. And what did she do to the eyes? Oh, and if you think we're punching down on the smaller channels with views that are much smaller than our own, for one, we don't get that many more views than they do, and two, their main source of channel growth comes from their shorts. Millions of views! It's enough to make a small content creator want to turn to the dark side. Alright boys, time to turn to YouTube automation.
Looking at all these channels, and believe me, there's a lot of them, we've only found one video that uses stickers that we can actually find available to buy, which raises the question, where do they get these sticker designs from?
Some of them look like drawings they bullied out of their underpaid staff from their content farm sweatshop, while others, it's giving some Slimecat vibes. So it's entirely possible, even though we haven't seen any evidence yet, that they're just copying designs from Gummydora and Slimecat thumbnails.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Feel free to report any of these videos if you actually find one in the wild, and know for a fact that's actually breaking TOS. But speaking of theft, let's move on to...
Cookie Cartoon is a comic dub channel, and like a lot of text-to-speech comic dubbers, they do everything in their power to not credit the original artists, simply taking other people's presumably hard work and not even giving them an ounce of credit, not even saying so much as the name of the OG creators. Even we do that with the content farms that we cover, for better or for worse.
And as we have discussed before in our previous Cougar Macdowall video, comic dub channels feel the overwhelming need to make the most degenerate thumbnails possible. When they use comics based on franchises popular with kids, you find yourself looking at some pretty scummy content creators. characters. It's also super weird that they make these gross thumbnails when the comic itself is rather tame, at least by comparison.
But Cookie Cartoons isn't like other girls, and it tries to push the envelope as much as possible. They started out with comic dubs of Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 fan comics, and not gonna lie, the thumbnails do remind me quite a bit of someone. Oh well.
For a while, the thumbnails were within reason, I suppose, but that changed almost immediately once they started making Sprunki videos. It's actually crazy that these videos are allowed on YouTube at all. Their titles also used to be somewhat tame, though not always, but the Sprunki video titles are just unhinged.
Strange tentacle love between Wenda and Gray. Wenda gets tied up.
Sprunki and gals. Gray ex Wenda learns about her heat.
Wenda is pregnant from Gray. Gray ex Wenda ex Awakazakakasa.
Wenda gets
Wenda ex Pinky's double pregnancy from Gray and Oren?
This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them.
Wenda and Girl Gray's pregnant kiss. Wenda ex Oren is pregnant.
Pinky ex Wenda ex Gray's loves breeding booty.
Wenda and Pinky's double pregnancy from Gray's mayo. Oh my gosh!
Wenda and Gray's pregnant digital circus. Wenda's pregnant again? Even Cookie Cartoons can't believe it.
As far as the content of the videos, it's a mishmash of a bunch of random comics that likely came from Twitter. We only assume that because that's how Cougar gets some of his comics to dub.
Cookie apparently just scrolls through Twitter looking for Sprunki posts to steal from creators like Muggers 2006 and Stupidly Blue, the latter actually being the creator of some popular Sprunki memes. Stupidly Blue also seems like a very talented and odd individual, but that's neither here nor there. Hey, enjoying the video so far and want to support us exposing such degenerate content farms? Well, consider gently caressing the like button, as it helps out the channel a whole lot. Thank you, and back to the video.
Now, one thing that we'll give credit to Cougar for is that he, as far as we can tell, always credits the original creators of the stuff he dubs. Other stop dubbers like Cookie wouldn't be caught dead giving credit. Ick!
In fact, the artist known as Inokema actually commented on one of Cookie's videos and asked if Cookie would give them just a pinch of credit in the description or pinned comment. To this day, Cookie has yet to make any kind of response.
But it's not all bad. Cookie does credit some people in the description. They always make sure to credit Slime Cat. Why? Why does it always come back to Slime Cat? How's everything connected?
Dear goodness, they even have playlists titled after Gummidora and Slime Cat, where there's a mix of actual Slime Cat videos and Gummidora videos, but also Cookie's own videos.
This is probably so that when some people search up Slime Cat, the said playlist will pop up, and they will trick people into watching Cookie cartoon videos. But that's just a theory. A game theory!
But the strange connections don't end there.
No.
There's also a strong connection to none other than Cougar Macdowall, VA. Who could have guessed?
We'll keep it brief as we might have to save it for a full update on Cougar in the future. But not only does Cougar have Cougar Cartoons videos mixed in his Poppy Playtime playlist, but there's a very Cougar Macdowall sounding voice in said Cougar Cartoon videos.
Makes me appreciate every moment I share with them, and I know they feel the same way. Strange. I remember she was here. Can you get everything?
We'll try to make a more in-depth video about all this stuff later, as the rabbit hole only seems to get deeper every day. But the word deeper isn't how we'd describe the lyrics from the content farms in this next section.
Alrighty, let's kick off our expose of Songtent Farm, see what I did there, with the content farm known as Moors. At first listen, all of his music seems pretty presentable, if not generic. If you're anything like us, after your second or third song, you'd probably start getting pretty sick of the intense auto-tune mumble and nonsensical lyrics. And that's if you're listening to the better ones. We get that he stays in his lane and that he does what he likes, but the two Sprunki songs he's created are some of his worst work.
In this realm, we keep it remote? What does that even mean?
Next we have the Sprunki Eater song. What is a Sprunki Eater? Well, I'm not particularly glad you asked, because even after several minutes of research, we couldn't find anything concrete about the origins of this abomination. I think it's just like Shin Sonic or something with fake videos of people saying, "Oh no, oh my, Sprunki Eater is here!"
Better hide your kids, better hide your wife. Sprunki Eater is a Rizzler.
So stupid. The song is bad. The song is bad, no doubt in my mind, but if you still question the quality of the vocals, I dare you to tell me what the frick he is saying without looking at the subtitles. that's what I thought.
He has another song parody about Sprunki Thanos, but I don't really want to try to understand what a Sprunki Thanos even is. Doesn't sound as bad as his other two, so points there, I guess.
On the flip side, there's a Ukrainian channel called JDGG that used to create weird craft content about pregnant Pomni and pregnant Drax or whatever, but now makes okay sounding music, but it's pretty clear it's AI generated slop.
Little Sprunki laughs and cheer.
At least he credits the animations he's borrowing. Still pretty bad though.
This channel over here! Horror Skrunks. Definitely trend chases, but it isn't actually a bad channel, depending on who you ask. They are on this list because the music videos they make have some truly cursed 3D renderings of the Sprunki characters that still haunt my nightmares. Ugh!
And now, once again, reach the pinnacle of peak garbage.
Benji X Scarlet!
At this point, there's absolutely no doubt that Benji knows he's a farm, and his songs are trash. He made the song claiming such a thing.
They laugh at me, but that's okay, cause I'll be richer at the end of the day.
Well, I'm the Joker, baby.
I just want you to know, Benji, just because you know that you are cringe, even if you make money from it, you're still cringe.
He can actually sing, as seen on his second channel, so this just seems like a cover for laziness.
Moving on to his actual songs, we shall have some more of his lyrical genius read to you by the world not famous Nawada Anonymous, once again to avoid copyright issues.
Sprunky, spunky, spunky, get funky, funky, funky. Sprunky, spunky, spunky, get funky, funky, funky. What in the AI crap is this?
Unfortunately, along with the original soundtrack from the game, this has become the Sprunki Content Farm national anthem. It's used in shorts galore. We won't hop on these bad songs and goodness awful animations too much though. Bad music is whatever, but we find most disturbing is his insistence on marketing Sprunki Gyat songs to his child audience.
Spunky, 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 gyat. Spunky, 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 gyat. Spunky, 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 gyat. I know you really want it, huh?
Listen, y'all, kids are all like,
haha, yeah, but fart jokes us, haha.
But it's sort of disturbing when you place twerking, booba, big booty poppin', lesbian kissing Sprunkies in a club right in front of them.
Mr. Fun Computer super thick.
He made multiple of those songs, by the way, as well as a bunch of other Gyat songs. I am disturbed.
We are also worried for his sanity. And then Benji committed perhaps his greatest sin by creating reaction content.
Sprunki, yeah. What? Wait. Why is Shin Sonic there announcing everything? And he's looking pretty fly, though.
The frick you talking about, boy? You made the video you're reacting to!
That is nasty, guys. Like and subscribe right now.
He's making shorts, too. This is just sad. I can't help but feel that he's giving, hey kid, you want some Sprunki Gyat energy? Predatory, to say the least.
At times, you can tell his brain is melting.
The kiss! This is the weirdest, sus thing I've ever seen.
But hey, he can sweep up what's left of his dignity and laugh his way to the bank. He got his bag. Yippee.
Benji also reacts to a lot of other lewd animations / Sprunki game mods by the creator PKR Show. The videos have a lot of rather objectionable content to his target age group. Be cringe-inducing and weird for content if you want, but don't expose the kids to this.
However, this leads us to the question, who is this PKR Show and what is the Sprunki Sinner Mod?
Sprunki, being a remake / mod of Incredibox, inspired fans to create retakes, as we discussed before, and mods of the original game. There's several new games called Phases, showing the next stages of Sprunki corruption, while introducing new characters and lore, which the content farm stole, obviously.
All of these phases are, again, non-canon to the original Sprunki, and Nyako had nothing to do with them. But those Sprunki fans ate them up! Unfortunately, nobody knew when to stop, and the mods kept coming! They're still going!
Some phases were just retextures of other mods. The design turned to go over the top compared to the previous versions. The sounds used for mods stopped resembling music. And now there are over 20 phases! Or more. Nobody knows!
There's a flood of Sprunki slop games, and Nyako was not impressed.
When
of the most popular mods in the Sprunki fandom is the Sinner Edition. I don't think there's a whole lot to this mod, but seems like you can make two Sprunkies kiss. No my! In this edition, Gears players can put the Sprunkies in different spots and get their reaction to this craziness.
In a corrupted poltergeist, the spirit of the idea, YouTube channels started uploading videos of their own mods and special editions, especially the Sinner editions. But hark! It turns out that a lot of the mods that these channels are playing don't actually exist. They're actually just animations.
There are many creators who make this type of content, with one of the most popular creators being PKR Show. They've made some more traditional animations recently, but they focus a lot on the fake mod videos for a long time, specifically the Sinner Mod.
Their version of the Sinner Mod is far from the little kiss in the original Sinner Mod. This one has all kinds of heinous sexualizations of Sprunkies. You want to see them give Sprunkies giant guts?
No problem.
Give them abs or breasts?
Got you covered, or rather uncovered.
Make them pregnant?
Easy peasy, I'm feeling queasy.
It is truly disgusting. I don't really have anything else to say on that.
Unsurprisingly, PKR Show also has a not-safe-for-work Patreon, where they have spicy content about Skibbity Toilet, and more recently, Sprunki. At least they don't link the Patreon on the YouTube channel.
Unlike certain people.
But the content is so bad and targeted towards children, they take away any points I would have originally given them.
It's so bad that a few weeks ago, they must have gotten in trouble with YouTube, oopsie daisy, because they censored a bunch of their content to an enormous degree, and we believe they removed a bunch of their videos as well.
It is so unfortunate and so sad that so much of the material is still on YouTube in the form of reaction videos created by channels like BingeX Scarlet and Anything Alexa, who are also showing this to their child audience.
You need to do better!
These have huge butts!
I kinda like Wenda's booty!
What did he say?
PK is now shitting some Sprunki game website for some reason. Not sure about that one. I can't help but wonder if it's some kind of virus or something that steals your info, but who knows, and I don't care to find out.
But not all Sinner Mod videos rely on sussiness!
No.
Here is one video in which Simon, the yellow Sprunky, decides to get a little lovey-dovey on Tunner, the tan Sprunky, but Tunner's not having it. And shoots Simon in the head. He's dead in cold, Sprunky blood, while the others look on in horror.
Another video merely has Tunner shoot Simon just for giving him a dirty look. Oddly, this one has a watermark for Mr. Fun Computer, which either refers to the character randomly or is some other channel. Perhaps the channel changed its name to Mr. Sprunki. Or it was stolen, who knows?
In conclusion, the Sprunki mod niche on YouTube is already a lost cause. I say we burn it all and cut our losses.
But also in conclusion, I would say that the Sprunki Sinner Mod content is some of the worst Sprunki content on YouTube.
Hopefully this video will bring awareness about the Sprunki slop that is taking over, and you can stay informed and do your best to help yourself and your loved ones escape the Sprunki content farm taint.
But do not despair! Not all Sprunki content is total garbage. Fair animations seem like they have some decent shorts, though we've done no research and thus we do not know if they are controversial in any way. And Dimension Director has some nicely animated videos as well.
And a lot of the Sprunki videos on YouTube are just kinda cringe or completely harmless.
It should be noted that Sprunki was created by a teen, probably 4 teens, so the game does have some gore in it, so notate that.
It does make you wonder why the content farms decided this would be perfect for kids. Note to self, don't create easily drawn characters. They will be exploited.
Anyways, thanks for watching us unks finally cover Sprunki in depth, and now you just have to wait 3 years for us to talk about Italian brain rot. Just kidding, we probably never will.
But if you want to support us making videos even faster than we do, which is so fast, or you want exclusive uploads, posts, and emotes, consider becoming a member like these fine stand-up individuals, including William YT, a massive fan.
Lowest price 99 cents, what a deal!
And perhaps subscribe, as we'll be covering the latest big mascot horror game, Secret of the Mimic, very soon.
Which you can find us playing such games live on YouTube, and our new Twitch channel, which we're trying to get affiliate on. All links are in the description.
Once again, thanks for watching.
And God bless.
And until the next one, in the wise words of Benji.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry, I got confused. Guys, please don't cancel me.